Better turn around, Don't go back! Don't go back! Don't get back! It's the next way to corner with
We were riding down this block and these white people start saying, get out of here, niggas. You know, get out of my neighborhood. Don't come to this neighborhood. Then they start hitting on her.
Throwing rocks and everything else.
Throwing rocks. Because we were in their neighborhood.
We went on a bike hike to McDonald's. We didn't mean to bother anybody.
We had a nice
saw a parade, we saw a gathering, so we went down there to see what was happening. All right. I mean, we didn't bother anybody. We weren't looking for trouble. I never even know people around here were like that. I've never experienced anything like this in my life.
What happened to you?
Nothing happened to me, but this little boy, short boy about my size, or a little short, and picked up a rock, and he was in the front of all these tall honkies. But he threw the rock. He tried to hit my sister, but he almost hit me about that much away from me. And I was sure wish he had hit me with that rock. I would pick up the rock right next to me and hit him right dead in his face. They always say niggas are doing everything. They always say we're doing everything, right? We didn't, every time the white people come down the block, we don't push them out their neighborhood and throw rocks and start hitting them. We don't bother the white people around our neighborhood, but when we get in a white neighborhood, they just push us out.
Yeah. Everybody was upset. They were nothing, you know. They were a piece of dirt, dogs. I mean, that's the way you treat an animal. I mean, God, we're human beings. You don't treat other people like that. It's just wrong. Black, white, I don't care. A person is a person. Skin should have no bearing on how you treat a person. That's just wrong.
I hate their goddamn guts.
Speak.
I can't say that I hate them. I can't say that it's totally the kids' fault. I mean, I'm sure their parents had some bearing on the way they feel and everything else. I think it's just the system. I don't know. I can't say that I hate them because I don't hate anybody.
Do you forgive them?
No. No. Can't take back no hurt. But they gonna always do that. They always spit on us like we some dogs. They always gonna spit back on them.
Shalom. First off, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Baharachak B'dash. I want to give double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops of GMS who have taught us this word and teach us this word today. And I want to give a salutation unto the elect of the nation of Israel. This is the brother Yatazakba with the GMS Nebraska camp. And in this lesson, I just want to go over that video I played at the beginning. Just Esau showing his perpetual hatred. Now, let's keep in mind, that video was, I forget the exact year, I believe it said 1978. And that was less than 50 years ago. Now, this country, America, was built, on Esau putting us into hardcore slavery. It was built on, taking advantage of, Jake. It was built on Esau's hatred toward us, that little girl that was in the video, she had the right spirit. She said she hate their guts. And then you had the older one, she was saying she can't hate them, but that's the Stockholm syndrome that comes from, being in captivity. You have a lot of our people who are mistreated by Esau, who is the so-called white man, who Esau mistreats him. Esau, will exercise his hatred on them, but they don't reciprocate it, nor are they able to feel it back, because of the Stockholm syndrome that they're under. But truly, we are supposed to hate them. They are our enemy. The Lord hates them, as it says in Romans chapter 9, verse 13. It says, as it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. Now, I just want to make this video quick because I just wanted to go into how what we seen in that video where, Jake, and I'll mention, It's not just the Negroes. It's not just Judah. This is, the Israelites are the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All of the 12 tribes of Israel have dealt with, the curses. All of us have dealt with this type of, treatment. And, it's a part of the curses why we deal with it at the end of the day. And I'm going to go to it. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 37, which says, "And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among all nations, whither the Lord Yahweh shall lead thee." At the end of the day, the reason why, we're treated the way that we are in our current captivity, the reason why we're in captivity in the first place is because we're under the curses. And why are we under the curses? Is because the nation of Israel, we went off from the Lord Yahweh, and we didn't keep his law, statutes, and commandments, even though we made an agreement with him, a promise with him that we would. And since we didn't, these curses were brought upon us. And there's many curses that we read about in this chapter, but this specific one, we seen it in real time in that video. Let's read it in the NLT, which says, "You will become an object of horror, ridicule, and mockery among all the nations to which the Lord Yahweh sends you." And that's why, all the tribes that, they have the different derogatory terms that they're called, where there's nigga, wetback, spick, redskin, whatever it may be, whatever it may, tonto, whatever the name is, there's the derogatory term that's tied to our people. You see, Jake, they made minstrel shows out of Jake. We were made an object we were made a laughing stock. But what I want to bring out in this video is that when we get in the kingdom and things are turned around, when Esau's rulership is brought down, and then Esau is at the bottom, and when Jacob comes into rulership, when Israel comes into rulership, and we're at the top, and Esau is going to be in captivity under us, we always talk about the hardcore bondage that they're going to be in. We always talk about how, we're meditating terror and, all the pain that we're going to bring upon them. But there's going to be a heavy toll of psychological, pain that they're going to go through. There's going to be a heavy toll of all the ridicule, all the, the laughing that they did to us, the treatment that we see in that video, to where when they come around, they gonna be chased out. When we see them, they're gonna be embarrassed. They're gonna have, they're gonna look toward the ground. They're gonna feel that same treatment of feeling like they're the scum of the earth, of feeling like, they can't find no refuge nowhere. It's gonna be just as much of a, just as much lack of peace that, Jake felt here. They're gonna feel twice as much. Because it says in Deuteronomy chapter 30 and verse 7, it says, "And the Lord Yahweh thy power will put all these curses upon thine enemies, and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee." The same way that Esau made Jake feel like, that we was ugly for the features we have, for our hair texture, or for our noses, or our, our lips, or whatever it may, our skin color. Well, in the kingdom, they're going to feel like they're the ugly ones, because they are the ugly ones. In the kingdom, they're going to wish they looked like us. In the kingdom, they're going to try to talk like us. In the kingdom, they're going to, feel all the different, psychological embarrassment and lowness that Jake felt here and feels to this day. Because I speak about it like it's past tense, but the type of treatment that we see in that video, that still happens to this day. The Esau showing their true colors and exercising their hatred, and it's not as blatant as it was decades ago, but it's still prevalent here. There's still the social aspect of it is still relevant, but in the kingdom, Esau is going to feel the same treatment upon them. Let's grab, I believe there's one more I wanted to grab. Let's get Jeremiah chapter 49, verse 17, and we'll end it on this. It says, "And also Edom shall be a desolation. Everyone that goeth by it shall be astonished, and shall hiss at all the plagues thereof." So in the kingdom, when people see the Edomites and people see the low state that they're in, when they see their you know, it's gonna be the same way, just like when we was in captivity, and we was in chains, and we was in the field, and we was, you know, barely getting by, barely living, you know, being fed just enough to work, you know, going through it, looking crazy. Well, people gonna look at Esau in the kingdom and be like, ugh, who is that? You know, well, we gonna know who Esau is in the kingdom. It's gonna be like ugh, you know, they gonna be pointed at. They're gonna be made names and made fun of and made songs out of. You know, so, you know, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. I just want to go into that real fast and just, you know, show that video of you know, how Esau has treated us and how he treats us to this day, and all the different mistreatment that Esau has brought upon us. He's gonna, you know, Esau, the Edomites are gonna get their due reward. You know, the curses are gonna come upon them, and all the different things that we go through in this kingdom, they're gonna get in righteousness. You know, so Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. Once again, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahar Kadash. I want to give double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops of GMS, and a salutation unto the elect. Shalom.